right then. So you wanted to take a deep dive into England's latest win. Well, let me tell you, this wasn't just another one for the stat sheet.
Oh, absolutely not.
England going up against Finland, a team they've consistently come out on top against historically. But this time around, it felt different.
Sure.
There was a buzz and anticipation.
Yeah.
England were coming off that, well, let's just say, not so convincing win against Greece. And with Lee Carsley, stepping in as the interim manager,
Yeah.
the pressure was on, right?
Yeah.
To really make a statement, to show their dominance.
Absolutely. And, England, even with their perfect track record against Finland, they couldn't just stroll in expecting an easy win.
Right.
The Finns, they've got that reputation, that resilience, that tactical discipline under Markku Kanerva. They were definitely up for the challenge.
Oh, they were ready for it.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is how both teams approached the match tactically, right?
Yeah.
You had Finland sticking with their trusty 4-3-3 formation, that emphasis on solidity, keeping things tight at the back. England, on the other hand, they went with something a bit more adventurous, that attack-minded 4-2-1-3.
Yeah.
Do you think that was that Carsley, putting his stamp on the team, tactically speaking?
I think you could definitely interpret it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, that formation right from the off, it signaled England's intent. We're here to control the pace. We're here to go for goals.
And that's exactly what they did, right?
And it didn't take them long to make that intention a reality.
No, not at all. I mean, Jack Grealish's goal early on, just 18 minutes in.
Yeah.
That was England's attacking prowess on full display.
Excellent.
That build-up play, so fluid. And then that delicious assist from Angel Gomes, just perfect.
Oh, it was brilliant.
You have to say, that goal, it really set the tone for how the rest of the match played out, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
It kind of forced Finland's hand a bit, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Made them come out of their shell more than they probably wanted to. Suddenly, England's in the driver's seat, and Finland's having to adjust, be more reactive. But even with England dictating the play for a good chunk of that first half, got to give credit to the Finnish defense, they stood strong.
Oh, they were tough to break down.
We saw some top-drawer saves from Braddocky in goal.
Yeah, it was excellent.
And Arttu Hoskonen in the back.
Yeah.
He was like a rock. Those Finns, they know how to defend.
Oh, they're so well drilled, so disciplined.
You can see the experience in Braddockie's game.
Absolutely.
Reading the play, making those crucial interventions when it mattered most. And Hoskonen, the way he positioned himself, just snuffing out England's attacks time and again. Real defensive intelligence on display.
He was immense, a real leader at the back.
Like a tactical battle out there for
Yeah.
sure. And then the second half, oh boy, that's when things got really interesting. Both managers making some key substitutions.
Game-changing decision.
That really shook things up.
Yeah, you could feel the shift in momentum at times.
What were your thoughts on those second half changes? Anything that stood out to you?
Well, for Finland, bringing on Joel Poyampalo and their star striker, Teemu Pukki, that was a clear signal.
Right.
They needed to find a way back into the match, inject some firepower up front. That much was clear. And for England, bringing on Ollie Watkins and Noni Madueke, they added a different dimension to the attack.
They really did. And you know what? Those changes, they really made a difference.
Oh, they're crucial.
We can't talk about this match without mentioning that free kick from Trent Alexander-Arnold.
In the 74th minute, what a moment.
That was special.
Yeah.
That wasn't just any free kick. That felt like a statement.
Oh, yeah.
What did you make of it? Not just the skill, but like the context of the game at that point.
It was one of those moments of individual brilliance that completely swung the momentum,
It did.
And remember, it was still only 1-0 at that point. The tension was building, and then Alexander-Arnold, from where he was, that angle...
He was ridiculous.
Bends it right into the top corner. Unbelievable. That goal could have won any game.
Honestly, it was like something out of a movie, the way it curled in.
Bro, absolutely.
But England, they weren't done, were they? Declan Rice, the guy known for his defensive work,
Right.
pops up with a goal. That assist from Watkins, the substitute, just perfect.
Oh, it was brilliant. And for Carsley, to see those changes, those tactical decisions have that kind of impact.
It's got to feel good.
It just reinforces everything.
Solidified their dominance, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And for Rice to be in that position, right place, right time, it speaks volumes about how fluid England were going forward under Carsley.
It wasn't just a goal, it was a tactical victory.
Exactly. England, they were firing on all cylinders.
They were.
Yeah.
But even when it looked like, comfortable win for England,
Right.
Finland, to their credit, they never gave up. They kept pushing.
That's the Finnish spirit.
And who else but Arttu Hoskonen pops up with a header. 87th minute.
It inevitable, wasn't it?
It really was. Reminding me of, their spirit back in the Euros a couple of years ago, that never say die attitude.
Yeah, you can never count them out.
That goal, if anything, it just highlights their strength from set pieces.
They are so dangerous.
They've always been able to create those chances from dead ball situations.
Always.
And against a team like England who, can sometimes switch off at the back.
It's a real weapon.
Absolutely. And, we've got to talk about Radicke again. Even in a losing effort, he was immense.
He was phenomenal.
Some of those saves, top drawer.
Without Radicke, honestly, it could have been a lot worse for Finland.
Oh, no question.
He was brave. He was decisive. Crucial saves that kept them in it, even when England were in control.
Yeah.
He had this calmness, this composure that seemed to spread throughout the entire defense.
Absolutely. He was, without a doubt, one of their standout performers.
One of the best players on the pitch.
So we've talked about the positives, but we always got to look at, the areas for improvement.
Of course, always room for improvement.
Yeah. Were there any weaknesses, that were exposed in this match? Things that maybe future opponents could look to exploit?
That's a great question.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all and forget to analyze.
Right. And for England, I think it's that defensive solidity or maybe the lack thereof, because as they scored 3, looked dangerous going forward.
Yeah.
But they conceded that late goal. Yeah. And let's not forget that disallowed goal for Finland.
Oh, in the 70th minute? Yeah.
That was a big talking point.
It was so close, wasn't it?
Even with VAR.
Even with VAR makes you think, doesn't it?
It does.
About the impact of technology on the game. Do you think those really tight offside calls, like by a hair's breadth, do they take away from the spirit of the game a bit?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
It is.
Because on one hand, you want the right call.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if it's by a fraction.
Right.
But then you have these microscopic offsides, and it can feel a bit, unfair.
Especially when it leads to a goal being chalked off.
Exactly. It can be frustrating.
Remember that Frank Lampard goal against Germany in the 2010 World Cup?
How can I forget?
That was the catalyst for goal line technology.
Exactly.
It's funny how these things happen.
It's true.
And that's the thing with football, isn't it? Always evolving.
Yeah.
VAR, goal line technology, even the way teams use data.
It's incredible, the advancements.
It's changing the game.
It is.
But you know what stays the same?
What's that?
The passion, the drama.
The unpredictability.
That's what makes it so special.
It's true. And speaking of unpredictable, Jude Bellingham?
Oh, what a player. Sensational again for England.
He was everywhere.
He was everywhere. What impresses me most is, his maturity, his leadership qualities.
At that age.
At that age. Not afraid to direct play, demand the ball, lead by example.
And that's what makes him such a phenomenal prospect for England,
He's special.
He's not just, a talented footballer. He has that something extra, that captain material.
That's it, captain material.
In this match, it was a masterclass in midfield play. Controlling the tempo, breaking up attacks.
He did it all.
Even had an assist.
It's not just his technical skills, though, is it?
No.
It's his game intelligence, the way he reads the game.
Absolutely. He just sees things differently.
A step ahead.
Always a step ahead, anticipating, making the right decisions under pressure. It's remarkable.
The scary thing is he's only going to get better.
And that's what's so exciting.
Okay, let's talk about Finland. Despite the loss, they showed real quality.
Oh, yeah. Moments of brilliance.
What's the big takeaway for them?
Their resilience, for sure, and their tactical discipline. You can't teach that.
It's ingrained.
Never gave up, kept to their game plan, created chances. You have to respect that.
You do.
However, I do wonder if their reliance on set pieces and those quick counterattacks, might be a bit of a concern long term.
I see what you mean. I mean, it works, but against certain teams.
Against certain teams, absolutely.
But to really challenge the top teams, they're going to have to find other ways to break teams down.
They need to be more unpredictable, more creative in open play.
Yeah, and when teams just sit back.
It's about having a plan B,
Exactly.
Something to catch their opponents off guard.
So England with a convincing win, but maybe a performance that highlighted some areas for both teams to work on.
Absolutely. A lot to unpack, a lot to analyze.
It was a great match, though, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely captivating. Plenty of talking points, from England's tactical flexibility to Finland's resilience and, of course,
Bellingham.
The emergence of Bellingham. What a story.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it?
It does.
That disallowed goal, the one for Finland. What if VAR wasn't a thing?
Right.
Would we be talking about a completely different result right now? a dramatic comeback.
It's a fascinating thought experiment, isn't it? I mean, VAR, it's transformed the game, but...
It's a double-edged sword, for sure. You know, there's those who say it's sucking the life out of the game, taking away some of the magic.
I can see that.
I mean, remember when we used to wait for the ref's decision? That uncertainty, that was all part of the drama.
Oh, absolutely. Those moments of collective breath holding in the stands, wondering which way it would go.
Exactly. But then again, we can't deny that VAR has, it's made things fairer in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Think about all those times a team got robbed. A blatant miss by the ref. VAR is there to correct those injustices.
It is, and it has for the most part.
It's a tough one, really.
It really is.
Valid arguments on both sides, but makes you wonder, are we relying too much on technology in football?
That's the question, isn't it?
And it's not just VAR, is it?
No.
Goal line technology, the player tracking, the data analysis.
It's everywhere.
It's changing how the game is played, how it's managed, everything.
It's a brave new world out there.
It is, but we have to find that balance.
We do.
Embrace the advancements, right? The things that make the game more fair. But also, we have to hold on to that passion, that human element. That's what makes it so special.
The heart and soul of the game.
Exactly.
Can't lose sight of that.
This match, England, Finland, the goals, the controversy, Bellingham's performance, the Finns' spirit.
It reminds us why we love this sport.
Exactly. Football never ceases to amaze.
Never. Every match is a story.
It is, with its own twists and turns, moments of brilliance.
And those what-ifs.
Oh, the what-ifs.
Keep us debating for days.
And that's the beauty of it, isn't it?
It is.
This match, like so many others, it's a glimpse into the future of football,
It is.
A future where passion and technology, they're kind of intertwined.
Working in tandem.
And it creates this spectacle, this global phenomena that we're all captivated by.
It's true.
Football, it challenges us, it sparks debates, it reminds us why we fell in love with the beautiful game.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into England's victory.
A pleasure, as always.
We've dissected the tactics, the individual performances, the drama of it all. Hopefully this has given you, a new perspective, new insights into this captivating sport.
Keep exploring, keep the conversations going.
Because that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
Sharing our passion for the beautiful game.